Guys, it's Jessie here. I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you guys about my new favorite kitchen gadget. I am loving this thing. It is the Cosori Premium 6-quart pressure cooker. I have wanted a pressure cooker for a long time. You guys know, like, the Instant Pot and all the pressure cookers are this huge thing right now. I've been reading a ton of recipes, and so I put a pressure cooker on my list of things to get. And I was lucky enough to have a company reach out and offer to send me one for review. So it was perfect timing. And I've been using this for a couple of weeks now, and I have been loving it. So this thing is massive. You guys can see here on my counter, it takes up a lot of space. It takes up quite a bit of storage room. But it's totally worth it because this thing does everything. So I kept the box, even though I've been using this for a little while, because I wanted to be able to show you guys everything that this thing does. So this is the box. Like I said, it's the 6-quart pressure cooker. I know that Cosori makes a few different styles of pressure cooker. They have lots of different things. I'm going to link this exact one down below. You can get it on Amazon if you're interested. But this thing is so freaking cool. I have been loving experimenting with it. It made the best rice ever. Like, totally took all of the guesswork and work out of rice. I didn't have to buy instant rice, which was great. This is everything that it comes with. It comes with the pressure cooking lid, a glass lid, a couple of sealing rings, the inner pot where you cook everything. It comes with a recipe book, a steamer rack, which is great for steaming vegetables, obviously the pressure cooker base itself, which you guys saw, and then some accessories. So it comes with a little measuring cup, a little ladle, and a little spoon. So I have all of that kind of tucked away in my cabinet. We're not going to be using that today. I'm going to attempt to do a corned beef in this thing. I'm a little bit nervous. I had never worked with a pressure cooker before I received this one, so there's been a bit of a learning curve. I've been looking up a ton of recipes, both online and on the Cosori Facebook group, which I'm also going to link down below, because there's a ton of different recipes and tips and tricks on there, and it's great because it's the actual pressure cooker that I have. I don't have to look up recipes and have it be for a different make or model or type of pressure cooker. It's this exact one, so it's awesome. Everyone on there has been super helpful as I've kind of been learning. But this thing is so cool. Like I said, it does a little bit of everything. So you can see here it's got a ton of features. There's meat stew, white rice, slow cook, so this replaces your slow cooker. I haven't actually used it with that function yet, but I'm excited to. It has a hot pot, a saute feature, so you can brown your meats or your vegetables and things. You can make yogurt. It's got a brown rice setting, poultry, soup, multigrain, pasta, boil, bake, reheat, steam potatoes, steam vegetables, and beans and chili. It also has a manual setting so that you can adjust it yourself. You can adjust the pressure. You can set the cook time. You can do a delay start, which is really cool. So it's been a lot of fun working with this, kind of getting to know it, learning its tricks. And like I said, I'm going to attempt a corned beef today. So St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner. My family loves a corned beef brisket, so I'm gonna try it. I'm a little nervous. I'm hoping it'll turn out really good. Everything I've cooked in here so far has turned out good. The first time I did rice, I overcooked it a little bit, but that was just me kind of learning the thing, but so easy. I mean, you put the rice and the water in, you push a button, you walk away. It's great. Anyways, I'm going to be using this recipe here, which I will link down below. It is from familyfreshmeals.com. It's for an Instant Pot corned beef and cabbage. Obviously, I don't have the Instant Pot, but I imagine it's going to work about the same. I did read on the Facebook group a lot of people talking about making corned beef. Most people said it took about 90 minutes, so that's what this recipe says as well. So we're going to go with that and hope that it works out really well. So because I've never done this before, this isn't really so much a cook with me or a recipe. It's more like, let's see if I can make this work. Just sort of a demo on how the Cosori pressure cooker works, and hopefully we'll come out with a really beautiful meal at the end. So I'm gonna go and prep my corned beef, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my corned beef in my pressure cooker. This is about a 4-pound corned beef, and it is a point cut corned beef brisket, not a flat cut. I figured if you're doing it in a pressure cooker, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna turn out wonderful. Now, I did not include this little seasoning packet that came with it because my husband is not the biggest fan of coriander seeds and the various stuff in here, and neither is the rest of my family. So I leave it out. I just did a ton of black pepper and some minced garlic in there. I'm going to... Oh, the recipe called for 4 cups of water. I did 2 cups. That is what a lot of people were saying on the Cosori Facebook group when I was reading up on it, that you only needed 2 cups. I was worried that 4 cups was going to fill this up more than was necessary, so I did 2 cups. I'm going to put the lid on this now and lock it into place. Did you hear that little sing-song thing it did? Lets me know that that's done right. I'm going to make sure that the little valve on here is set to closed, and I'm going to do what it says. It says high pressure for 90 minutes. So we're going to set it to manual. Set it to 90 minutes. Okay, so 90 minutes, that's an hour and a half, set to high pressure, and we're going to click start. And now it's just going to start building up pressure and heating up. This little indicator bar is going to go around and around, and then when it's done, it'll beep and it'll start the timer. Okay guys, so my pressure cooker just beeped to tell me that it is all the way up in pressure, and now we just have to wait for the cook time to elapse. So while my corned beef is cooking in the pressure cooker, I am going to prepare the vegetables that I'm going to serve with it. So I'm not going to do cabbage because my kids and my husband aren't the biggest fan of cabbage. I love it, but you know, there's just no sense in cooking it up just for me. So instead, I'm going to do just the potatoes and carrots. Once this whole hour and 30 minutes has elapsed, I'm going to quick release the corned beef, and I'm going to take the corned beef out and set it aside. I'm going to throw the vegetables in there and probably heat it for another 5 or 6 minutes, I think it says. Yep, 4 to 5 minutes, and then everything will be ready. So we just have to wait very impatiently now for this timer to go off to tell us that we are ready to check on our corned beef. And I'm going to take its temperature when it comes out just to make sure it's fully cooked. If it's not fully cooked, we'll put it back in for another 20 minutes and just go from there, but so far so good. Okay, so there's about 14 minutes left before we check on our guy in there and see how he's doing. I have prepped all of my vegetables. There's some baby carrots in here, as you can see, some little golden potatoes that I have just cut in half, and down at the bottom there's a couple of small onions chopped up. So once the corned beef is done, I'm going to pull it out. Hopefully after this 13 minutes, but if we need to cook it for another 20 or so, we will. I'll pull it out and wrap it in foil to keep it warm, and then we'll do the veggies. So I'll come back and show you guys that. Alright, so this just finished up, and I'm going to release the pressure. I like to do it with the back of a wooden spoon just so I don't burn myself. So we'll just let that finish up, and then we'll take the lid off and see how we did. Alright. There's what it looks like. We're going to take his temperature and see. Oh, it smells really good. I don't know if it's quite done. We'll find out. Okay, the corned beef was done. So we are going to keep the liquid from the corned beef in there, and we're going to add our vegetables, and we're going to cook on high pressure. The recipe says 4 to 5 minutes. So we'll do 5 minutes and go from there. Alright, all our vegetables are in there. And we're just going to cook on high, like I said, for 5 minutes, and hopefully dinner will be done. Alright, so the vegetables cooked for 5 minutes. Obviously, you put the lid on, you let it come up to pressure, and that does take a few minutes. So it's not actually 5 minutes, more like 15 total. But they are perfect for tender, and now we're going to serve up a plate. Alright, you guys, look at how beautiful that looks. 90 minutes for this, 5 minutes for that, plus the time to bring it up to pressure. Great, great, great meal. So I'm very excited to eat this. It all worked out perfectly. I'm going to link that recipe down below. Alright guys, so we just finished up that dinner and it was so good. It was perfectly cooked. Much better than when I do it in the crock pot. When I do it in the crock pot, it always comes out kind of mushy. Still tastes good, but this is so much better and it was super easy. I'm loving the pressure cooker. So like I said, I'm going to link it down below and I'm going to link the Facebook group as well. So many great tips in there. Highly, highly recommend this little gadget. I am loving it. It is so affordable in comparison with a lot of other models and things, so definitely recommend it. I'm going to link the recipe down below as well. It was perfect, and you can definitely add some cabbage in there if you're into that, and that would go over really well too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a lot more recipe videos in the future, I think, because it's just been working out great. I'm loving it. So if you have any requests for pressure cooker recipes, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. If you have any favorite pressure cooker recipes, leave those below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.